excited I am today because I'm going to introduce you to a Renaissance woman. She is an actress. She is a traveler. She is a gardener. This is Donnah Welby, and I am so excited that she's here because there's something I wanted to know about in the whole time that I've been in New York City. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Donnah Welby.
Hello. Hello.
I want to
Nice
ask
to be
you.
here.
I want to ask you about the Pearl Theater.
Oh,
And what happened at the Pearl? Because you must have played every famous part that there was in the
well,
world.
no, I was one of the beginning people. I'm not a I don't know if you could call me a founder, but certainly an original member. So I was there for 8 years.
Wow.
And I did play a lot of roles, and I did
Great roles.
great roles.
And you got great reviews in the Times.
I did get great reviews in the Times. I was very fortunate there. And then, a lot of things happened, but we came to a parting of the ways, and I really did not stay in touch with the people who ran the theater. I just had some friends still in the company, but basically, it all boils down to money.
Yes, exactly.
It always boils down to money. And they were very lucky, not lucky, and Shep Sobel, who ran it, is a very good producer, was a very good producer. He's not producing anymore. He was very good at that, and was able to parlay connections and grants and all of that, to keep it going. And he was great with the customers, the audience members,
Yes.
the customers. So
How big was the house? It was a small house, right?
I don't know what they ended up with. We started out with it was a showcase company. And
Yeah.
we just did showcases, and then we went to contract while I was still there. But what happened was he left. They retired to New Mexico, he and his wife. And the people that took it over, they were in the space at Manhattan Theater Club.
Oh.
They moved up there for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then the Manhattan Theater Club wanted the space back.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved to a space on 42nd Street, and it was the moves. It's very expensive to move a theater company.
Yes.
So they had 2 good years at Manhattan Theater Club, and then couldn't really replace whatever slush fund they had to bring it back up to some kind of healthy level. And then they moved again, and then they couldn't. They just didn't have a cushion, and they were too big at that point.
Yeah.
To when you grow, you need more money.
And also, it was anything that happened at the Pearl always got these wonderful attention. And,
There weren't a lot of companies doing a full classical theater program. So, and it was easier to get publicity then. It was easier to get people to come and see it.
Oh, boy.
It really was. I not that I was the one that did that. I didn't, but I did other things. But
What kind of things did you do?
well, I worked my way through grad school in the costume shop.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
I did tailoring,
Oh, my gosh.
and I know you need a tailor. I can do it, and wigs and haircuts.
Wow.
So I had those skills. So and we were doing classical theater with classical clothing. So
Oh my
I
God.
did a lot. I did design some things, but I did a lot of work on the clothing, on the costumes.
I just have to tell you, this ought to make you laugh. I was at Carnegie Tech for 1 year, and they wanted me to make a coat that was like Gigi with the 2 pockets like this, I did one side like that, and then the other side.
Yeah, you couldn't match it.
No, the other side was like that. They said, Catherine, we're going to give that to somebody else. I had ruined one whole piece. I was not good at that.
Well, not everybody is. I mean, we all contribute how we contribute.
That's right. That's
so my contribution, I did a lot of
hair too. You did the wigs.
If we needed them, we usually didn't. But we usually, we all had long hair.
Yeah, and you made it look.
Yeah, we made it work.
What wonderful roles did you play? Because you got great reviews.
I did the Scottish play.
Oh, and did you do her?
Mm.
Oh my God.
I did Trojan Women.
Which one did you play?
Andromache.
Oh my God.
I've done it 3 times.
Oh really?
I played Helen once, Chorus once, and then Andromache. And
who were your directors?
Shep directed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Fonte did a number of shows there, and I worked with him and enjoyed that. Can't really, I don't really remember.
Mm.
And they're not still directing. That's the other thing. I don't, Shep did like 2 or 3 of the shows every year. We did 5 or 6 shows. Stroke of genius, I think, that of the Pearl was that it was a company of actors. So there were 22 or 24 actors that were part of the original company. And we all worked also. I mean, we all worked, but we all did things in the theater. So besides doing shows, and every year we each got 2 or 3 parts, and then did.
And what are the other things?
And had crew responsibility, not tech responsibility, but some people helped in the office, some people helped build the set. I worked on the costumes, that kind of thing. So everybody contributed, and so they got a lot of sweat equity out of us. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I think one woman lasted for the whole experience, an actress named Robin Leslie Brown, who managed to stay for the 30 years they were in business.
Wow.
Yeah.
30 years?
Yeah, 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's really, in many ways, not realistic to think you can keep a classical rep company going in New York City.
No, at the time, you could do it.
Then you could do it.
Yeah, and that's what Joe Papp was doing in the summer, but you were doing it in the winter.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And
right.
I just remember people would say, "Oh, it's the Pearl. You got to go down there and everything and see what they're doing." And I was always fascinated. And
but, also I didn't. I came to New York in 77.
You came to New York that late? Wow.
Yes, in 77, because I was in D.C. I went to school in D.C. So I came in 77, and there were so many showcase groups then. They've disappeared, really. But you could do a different play every month in a different style, different genre, and if you wanted to, you could find something to do. And you could do 12 showcases a year, or more.
Yeah.
And have a great time and be creative. You wouldn't make any money.
No, but I do remember all those showcases, and some of them were fabulous.
Some of them were wonderful.
Well, anyway, I just remember.
And some of them were just dreadful, and you were rehearsing in your winter coat.
You remember that theater that fell down, and luckily nobody was in it? The one on Mercer Street.
Oh,
remember that theater? Everybody was, it's great. It's got 2 theaters in it. It just crashed to the ground.
Yeah.
Thank God nobody was there. But that's the kind of thing that as you said, when I did this play, and we rehearsed in the wintertime at La Mama.
Sure.
And the extra place. And I remember I was singing, and I remember leaning against the wall, shivering, and we had to lie on the floor.
Oh, God.
It was ridiculous. I mean, with the things that you had to do, it was so
seemed
funny.
like the toilet would always back up.
Yes, it was really
they were really horrible spaces.
Except the thing is that we got. Now this is a fun thing for Dante, because he has a lot of friends, and Dante is doing our filming right now. And Dante has just created his own movie, which was wonderful. And he has a lot of friends from his school, and it's what they're doing now.
Yes, it is. They're all doing film, and even the actors, they're all acting for film.
And it's so exciting to think that they walk out of school and they're doing what we used to do in the theater.
Yeah, but if you're still trying to do theater It's interesting because I'm the vice president. I'm the board vice president of the theater company where I live. We have a theater company called the Morningside Players.
Oh, yes, yeah, right.
And so I'm like everybody else who was at the meeting that day already had a job. So they said, we need a vice president. Oh, Donna, you're not doing anything. You don't have a title. So I'm the vice president. But we have a show up right now called Water by the Spoonful, which is it's written by the woman, I can't pronounce her name, so I'm sorry, who wrote In the Heights with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And she won a Pulitzer for this particular piece,
Wow.
Water by the Spoonful. So, I was there helping with auditions, and they were wonderful actors, but they're acting for the camera. And it's a theater. It's not a big theater, but it's a very different way of presenting yourself.
The other thing that happens also, if you're like you are, and I was the producer of my theater, equity demands that you have an open audition.
Mm.
I saw some of the most marvelous actors, and I wasn't going to hire them because I knew already who I was going to.
Oh, yeah, that used to happen. I don't know the thought of doing a full production of a play, a run.
Oh yeah, that.
That's
8 shows a week is just
Oh
beyond.
my God. I saw, what did I see last night? I saw Ken Rex down at the Lortel.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically a one-person show. There's a musician and an actor. And I mean, they're both working really hard, but the actor plays 35 different roles. And it's fascinating and really well done and interesting, and I loved it, but I kept thinking, God, does he do 2 show days? I mean, he never stops. And it's 2 hours long.
Oh my gosh.
It's not an hour. It's not a one-person show, hour long, and now we're out of the theater. No, it's a full production.
Now that we've done the theater, I want her to tell you, you are a traveler also.
I travel a lot. I have traveled a lot.
Now, have you done the Gorillas yet?
Oh yeah.
I did too.
Yes.
Aren't they wonderful?
Fabulous. Everybody should be able to do the Gorillas.
They're
yeah.
the great. I did it 2 days in a row. I
Oh,
was
you did
so in
wow.
love with the Gorillas.
Wow, that's expensive.
Well, it was expensive. I paid for. I knew that I wanted to see the Gorillas, and I knew I would do as much as I could possibly do. So I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And did you do the Galápagos?
Oh yes, I've been. Well, I worked as a travel manager, tour manager, because you could do it. I mean, it wasn't a full-time gig. First of all, you couldn't do it full-time. I think you'd open a vein. But no, I did it 5 or 6 times a year for. Actually, the Theater Development Fund had a travel program.
Oh, I remember that.
And I would do it for them. So I've been to the Galápagos, I think 3 times, 4 times.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, but with groups. I mean, 30 neurotic New Yorkers in a third world country for 2 weeks. What could go wrong?
You're on a boat?
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, I had a woman, God bless her, I think she's okay. She fell and broke her leg in 4 places.
We
on
had
the
one
boat.
die. We had one die.
That's easy. No, that's easy. Really, they die, and then it's just about making sure that you have somebody there to pack up their belongings and get the body out.
No, but she started to die. She didn't tell anybody that she had asthma, and of course they say, if you're doing doing this and this and this, and we were climbing to the top of that mountain, and so she did that, and then we got in the boat to go swimming, and she raised her arm, and the boat disappeared. So we're wondering why we're on our boat for a long, long period of time, and they said there's been a problem. Mm-hmm. So they were trying to revive her. Oh my God!
Was there a doctor on the ship that you were on?
No. What happened is they got a helicopter to come and land on the only place that it could land on that big mountain. The guys on the boat took her off, and it looked like there was something carrying her. It was like up the mountain, and when she got to the helicopter, she was dead. And of course, it ruined.
It changes the vibe.
And also,
that's for sure. I mean,
The police had to come.
Yeah, sure.
It was really something. But it was still a great trip. I loved the trip and everything
Yeah,
else.
the Galápagos is fun. It really is.
But I think the gorillas are the best.
Yeah, the gorillas are better.
Now, what about Ethiopia? I know you just came back.
Yes, I did. I did just come back from Ethiopia. Ethiopia was fabulous. I've always wanted, I mean, from the time I saw the pictures of those rock-hewn churches, I said, I want to go there. And so finally I was able to. And we saw them. I mean, we traveled and saw 5 or 6 of them, which was really fascinating. But the country was fascinating too.
Yeah. I love getting on the bus with the guys with Uzis.
Oh, yeah. Well, we run into that in a lot of places, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure. Egypt now.
Oh, you went to Egypt too?
Yeah, I was in Egypt in 23. We were in Cairo for 5 days, 4 days, something like that. And we always had security. And even when we were on a boat for 5 days, if we got off the boat and we had security, some guy that looked in a suit that you just didn't want to be near, that kind of thing. Yeah, there was always security. Egypt, well, outside of Cairo, you're basically okay, but Cairo's not safe.
No?
Not really, no.
Well, what other of these wonderful places, what would you say was your favorite?
People ask me that, and it's hard to say because
They're fascinating, each one, right?
they're all really interesting. I mean, I loved Jordan. I really loved Jordan because I always wanted to see Petra, so we went to Petra. It's just a lovely country. It's very manageable. The people are nice. Food's good.
Oh, the food, that must be
Food's
interesting.
delicious. Yeah.
And you come back with a tummy?
No. Southeast Asia, usually you get sick, but...
Really?
Oh, God, yeah, everybody gets sick in Southeast Asia. I love them all. I love Cambodia, Angkor Wat's fabulous. It's so hard to say.
So fascinating, that
What
you
is-
go there with such ease.
I love New Orleans,
Oh, that I would love
New
to see.
Orleans is a great town.
Yeah.
There are lots of fabulous places in the United States, and of course, quirky places, and internationally. I mean, I'm always looking at what I want to do next.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have an idea?
It's hard to say right now because of what's happening in the world, and
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm kind of sick of going to Africa because they don't make it easy. They really don't.
It's like 20 hours.
Well, that is an issue, but also you always have to get visas. Years ago, you could actually go to the consulates in New York, and somebody would say, "Oh, okay, we can do it, but if you pay us $50, we'll do it right now." So I'd give them the $50, and they got it done.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to send it to DC or use their website, and the websites almost never work.
Impossible, yeah.
They'll do it at the airport when you show up at midnight. Hopefully somebody will be there and you'll stand in line. So you don't want to do that. So it's an added expense because these companies in DC or even in New York, there are companies that do this in New York.
Yeah,
They
that's
charge double.
They charged me when I had to do that, and it took a long time. I was lucky.
Oh,
I was lucky that I went early because I remember it was so complicated, and then the shots.
Yeah, and that's, and a lot of people have a problem with that. I don't, but.
No, but I mean, you have to know which ones to get.
And if you go to a company that specializes in that, they'll just try to sell you a whole bunch of stuff you don't need.
Yes, exactly.
So, yes, it's complicated. Anyway, so Africa, of course, I was just there for 6 weeks, so.
Oh, what were you there? Where were you?
I went to Tunisia
for
2 weeks, and then Tunisia, and then I was in Istanbul for a couple of days, which is a great town. That's safe.
So what do you do when you get there? I mean, are you by yourself? No.
In Istanbul, I was.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, you can do everything online now. You really can.
You're talking to somebody who is considered legally blind.
Well, you can get somebody to do it for you then.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of organizations or websites. It's something called Get Your Guide, and you can set up an airport transfer for yourself. So you get there and you got a car waiting. It's more expensive, but at this stage, I don't care about that.
Sure.
And you set up your hotel online.
Really?
Yeah. Make your reservation online, and then do a little research ahead of time. Like I stayed in Istanbul, right near the Blue Mosque and the Hagia Sophia, so that I could walk everywhere. But they have great public transportation in Istanbul.
I'm amazed. I'm just amazed. Now, you see, this is why I wanted her to come, because she's so brave. I mean, I don't know that I would do this.
Well, I could go to Rome, which I've been to a lot. I could go to Istanbul, or I could go to Cairo. I didn't want to go to Cairo. I didn't want to go to Rome. So I thought, well, Istanbul, I've never really seen that. So, and I had heard from friends that it was very safe for a single female, and indeed it is.
It's scary when you don't know the language, when you don't know. But that's me. You're obviously a traveler.
Well, yes, and also when you've been in charge of 30 people, getting them through these airports, and pretty much most of the tours that I took people on, I'd never been there before. I mean, we were meeting guides and meeting transport and all that stuff, but I'm also dealing with 30 people with their luggage and their craziness.
Oh God, yeah.
So
I can't imagine doing that. You have to have something like the dog, a little bit craziness.
It was. I mean, most of the time I enjoyed myself. New Yorkers are not the easiest of people to take anywhere, and they were mostly New Yorkers, and because we really do live in a culture of complaint here. So, and some people, if somebody's well traveled, they roll with the punches. They're just like, oh, that's not happening. What else are we gonna do? And there was always something else to do.
Sure.
But if this was their first time out of Queens, then they were a problem.
And they planned this, and we're supposed to watch this thing, and then
exactly. Really?
Oh my!
There's
Lord.
too much salt in the salad.
Oh my God! You're kidding!
Oh no! Oh my God! Yes. There was one woman. She was we were in Cambodia or Vietnam, I forget which. And she came down to breakfast and she said, or lunch, she said, oh no, Chinese food again? I'm like, well, we're in Cambodia. It's not actually Chinese food, but... and then the other funny one was...
That's incredible!
Oh no, Chinese food again. Then it was like the third day of the trip. I mean, I'm sorry. Where do you think you are? And then the other funny one was, can you get these monks to stop chanting? I'm going out of my mind.
Are you kidding?
No. I'm like, well, that's kind of what they do. I mean, it's part of being a monk, I think. I think they have to do it, actually. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It is. I mean, at the time, I thought it was funny.
This could make a wonderful one-person show.
I guess.
My trip.
My life as a tour manager.
No, I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
It was Chinese food.
Oh no, Chinese food again.
I gotta tell you, where do these people come from?
New York.
It's amazing.
New Yorkers can be horribly pedestrian or provincial. I mean, there really are a lot of very provincial people in New York because they think, I live in the greatest city in the world, so they never leave.
Oh my God. Can you get the monks to stop? I've got to tell this to my friend.
Yeah, can you get the monks to stop chanting? They're driving me crazy.
This is so
I'm
fun.
losing my mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like I said, you
Have
could.
you been to India, by the way? That just rhymed. What part of India?
Just Bombay. Just Bombay. I worked on a cruise ship. As an entertainer.
What did you sing?
No, we did plays actually.
Oh.
We did plays for some reason. The Holland American Line used to do this on their round the world cruise.
Oh.
So I booked that gig, of course, perfect gig for me, and we were docked in Bombay or Mumbai for 3 days. So
what play did you do?
We did 3 plays. We did Shot in the Dark, Mary Mary,
I
and
did that
Fallen Angels.
Oh
we did
my
Fallen
God.
Angels, yeah. Yeah, and we did something else. We did. There was
in repertory.
Yeah, and there was a musical group. They did cabaret shows, and they did a couple musicals, and then we did small parts in the musicals for them. I forget what musicals they did, but yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
Donnah is fascinating, and there's so much that Donnah has done that we'll have to uncover it more and find out. But I mean, I'm so glad that you decided to do this. And
this was fun.
Not only am I glad because she is a dog whisperer, as you could see from the dogs, and I'm very glad that we had the opportunity, because now you know Donnah, and if you want any questions, you can ask her about the traveling.
That's right. Happy to answer travel questions always.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, really. If somebody wanted to know some things, would you be interested in answering questions?
I could. I'm not willing to share my email. I don't think so.
I think you'd have to call me.
Yeah.
Not call me, but
I mean, this is pretty closed channel.
Yeah.
I would guess.
We'll figure it out.
Sure.
Peppy and I will figure out how we could do this. If you're interested, you just get in touch with us, and I could ask Donnah, because the traveling, as you remember, Deborah Jean Templin has just come back to Ethiopia because she went with Donnah.
That's right.
That must have been an experience.
Well, I mean, Deborah Jean, did she tell you she did her mime act?
Her what?
We had a dinner. There was a home hosted meal with an Ethiopian family, and she decided to do her mime act.
Her mime?
Yeah, she was doing her mime act. Well, because she used to do street performance.
Uh-huh.
So she was doing some of her mime tricks. There were kids. They had 4 kids.
Uh-huh.
So it was a great way to entertain the children. But the Ethiopians are pretty correct people. I mean, they really aren't. They're very almost straight-laced. Very nice. But so Deborah Jean's, doing all this mime stuff. I thought the guy was going to die. He was laughing so much. The husband, he just he had never seen a mature woman behave like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it really was. It was fun.
Deborah Jean does anything. I mean,
she's out there.
She's unbelievable. Somebody said there's an actress that I know, and she was getting her taxes done, and Deborah Jean came in, and she met Deborah Jean, and she said to me afterwards, "My goodness, that girl has a lot of energy."
She does.
But she's a wonderful, wonderful person, and I do adore her.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thank you all for watching us, and we'll see you next time.